Hallo! Welcome to Chapter 1, Lesson 3. In dieser Lektion lernen wir noch mehr Wörter über das Thema Stadt und Verkehrsmittel. In this lesson, we will continue to learn a little more vocabulary about the city and the means of transport. Los geht's! Let's begin. Entschuldigen Sie, wo ist die Post?
Ganz einfach. Gehen Sie hier links und dann geradeaus. Da finden Sie die Post.
Danke.
Bitte.
Entschuldigen Sie, wo ist das Restaurant Shivsagar?
Ganz einfach. Gehen Sie hier links und dann rechts und da finden Sie das Restaurant Shivsagar.
Danke.
Bitte.
Entschuldigen Sie, wo liegt der Hafen?
Der Hafen. Gehen Sie hier rechts und dann links und dann geradeaus. Da finden Sie den Hafen.
Alles klar, danke schön.
Bitte schön.
Entschuldigen Sie, wo finde ich das Kaffee und Kuchen?
Kaffee und Kuchen liegt in der Müllerstraße. Gehen Sie geradeaus, dann links, da finden Sie das Café.
Dankeschön.
Bitte schön.
In the dialogues, could you guess what was going on? Well, yes. There were two speakers and one of them was trying to find out a way to go to a certain place. And the other one was telling her the way. So the words that you might have identified are links, rechts, and geradeaus. Let me try and help you to understand and also to guess what it means. Let me start with links, rechts und geradeaus. So the speaker says, gehen Sie links, gehen Sie rechts, and she also says, gehen Sie geradeaus. Can you guess what these words mean? You can pause the video and if you want, you can also rewind it and listen to the dialogues again. Links, as I am trying to point out to you, is left. Similarly, rechts is right. And geradeaus is straight. So gehen Sie links, go left, gehen Sie rechts, go right, or gehen Sie geradeaus, straight. When you are in Germany, you can also use these three words to tell somebody the directions. You can practice the dialogues with your friends by changing the different names of the places in a city. Moving on to something new now. When you travel, you will be traveling using some kind of conveyance or some kind of transport. Let us now learn the different names of the means of transport in German. Before we start, let me reiterate and point out that it is better to learn the nouns in the singular as well as the plural form, along with their articles, of course. So when we practice, we shall be practicing the singular form of the word, but the plural form will be shown on the screen. So please pay attention to that as well. Let's start with the name for the word means of transport. Das Verkehrsmittel. Repeat after me. Das Verkehrsmittel. Das Verkehrsmittel. Das Verkehrsmittel. Sehr gut. Now, we shall begin with all the two-wheelers first. The bicycle is called Das Fahrrad. Please repeat after me. Das Fahrrad. Das Fahrrad. Das Fahrrad. A scooter or a moped is called das Moped. Das Moped. Das Moped. It is also called der Roller. Repeat after me. Der Roller. Der Roller. Der Roller. A motorbike is called das Motorrad. Please repeat after me. Das Motorrad. Das Motorrad. Das Motorrad. Sehr gut. The car is called das Auto. Please repeat after me. Das Auto. Das Auto. Das Auto. Sehr gut. A truck is called der Lastwagen. Please repeat after me. Der Lastwagen. Der Lastwagen. Der Lastwagen. Sehr gut. We also have the bullock carts or the horse-drawn carts. A bullock cart is called der Ochsenkarren. Please repeat after me. Der Ochsenkarren. Der Ochsenkarren. Der Ochsenkarren. Sehr gut. And a horse cart or a horse-drawn cart is called der Pferdekarren. Der Pferdekarren. Der Pferdekarren. Der Pferdekarren is also called as der Pferdewagen. Please repeat after me. Der Pferdewagen. Der Pferdewagen. Noch einmal. Der Pferdewagen. Sehr gut. The next word is der Bus. And I'm sure you can guess what that means. But please repeat after me. Der Bus. Der Bus. Der Bus. Another familiar word coming right up. Das Taxi. Please repeat after me. Das Taxi. Das Taxi. Das Taxi. Sehr gut. Another word, this might not be familiar though, but let's try to say it out loud. Das Wohnmobil. Please repeat after me. Das Wohnmobil. Das Wohnmobil. Das Wohnmobil. Das Wohnmobil means a caravan. So you can live in this kind of a van. All of these means of transport wait at the Haltestelle, which is the stop. Repeat after me. Die Haltestelle. Die Haltestelle. Die Haltestelle. So, for example, if it is a bus stop, it is called die Bushaltestelle. The bus stop. Sehr gut. Let us now move on to the vehicles which work on das Gleis, which means the railway track or the railway line. Das Gleis. So we have der Zug. Please repeat after me. Der Zug. Der Zug. Der Zug. We also have die Bahn. Please repeat after me. Die Bahn. Die Bahn. Die Bahn. I'm sure you remember this word from der Bahnhof. And I'm sure you also must be thinking that, okay, this is related to Bahnhof and it works on das Gleis. So yes, der Zug and die Bahn are both railways or trains. However, there is a small difference between the two. Der Zug can be used to travel for long distances and die Bahn can be used to travel for some shorter distances. There are several types of Bahn. For example, the U-Bahn, which is the underground train. Please repeat after me. The U-Bahn. The U-Bahn. The U-Bahn. Sehr gut. There are also trams or streetcars known as the Straßenbahn, which is a tram or a streetcar. Please repeat after me. The Straßenbahn. Die Straßenbahn. Die Straßenbahn. Sehr gut. Let us now learn some of the vehicles which we can use to travel in the air. The first one is das Flugzeug, which means the aeroplane. Please repeat after me. Das Flugzeug. Das Flugzeug. Das Flugzeug. Das Flugzeug. Another such means of transport is der Hubschrauber, which means the helicopter. Please repeat after me. Der Hubschrauber. Der Hubschrauber. Der Hubschrauber. Sehr gut. Let us now dive into water. So we will be now learning some means of the transport that we can use on water. We begin with das Boot, which is nothing other than the boat. Please repeat after me. Das Boot. Das Boot. Das Boot. Sehr gut. Another such vehicle is das Schiff, which means the ship. Please repeat after me. Das Schiff. das Schiff, das Schiff, das Schiff. Sehr gut. Das Boot and das Schiff are both always at their Hafen, which is nothing but the port. Der Hafen. Please repeat after me. Der Hafen. Der Hafen. We already know this word from der Flughafen, which is the airport, and der Hafen is just the port, where there are ships and boats. Now that we have learned the names of different means of transport, there is one very important means of transport that we use every day. And we have missed that out earlier. Can you try and guess what that is? It does not require any petrol or you do not require any ticket for that. But it is very crucial for us. Can you guess which one we missed out? Of course, our own feet. So we walk to different places every day. And this expression is zu Fuß. Fuß is feet. So if you want to say, I'm going by foot, you will simply say, ich gehe zu Fuß. Ich gehe zu Fuß. Sehr gut. Now, we will be dealing with a question about how do you travel. Can you guess the verb to travel in German? Yes, fahren. I hope you remember the conjugation. So, the question is, wie fährst du? This is informal. And wie fahren Sie? This is formal. Let us see how we can answer this question in German. Wie fährst du? Ich fahre mit dem Roller. Or you could also say, ich fahre mit der Straßenbahn. So, ich fahre mit is I travel with. And then you can add whichever means of transport you wish to use. Well, you have a question? I'm sure you do have a question. What is this them and there? If that is a question that popped up in your mind, let me answer that. Whenever we use mit, that is with, there is a slight change in the articles. We have learned that roller is masculine. So it is their roller. However, when we say ich fahre mit, we do not say ich fahre mit der roller. That their masculine changes into dem, which is still masculine, but it is a new case called the dative case in German. So from their roller, it changes into dem roller. Ich fahre mit dem Roller. Similarly, when you say ich fahre mit der Straßenbahn, please note that die Straßenbahn has changed its article into der Straßenbahn. This does not mean that the feminine has become masculine. No. It means that the changes into der. So there is a change in the level of the article. It is still feminine. Similarly, ich fahre mit das Auto or ich fahre mit das Fahrrad is wrong. Whenever we use mit, das changes into dem. Ich fahre mit dem Fahrrad. These are the article changes which happen in the dative case. Earlier, we took a look at the accusative case. So we had the changes as den, die, das and die. However, with the dative case, the masculine article is dem, the feminine article is der, the neutral article is them, and the plural article is den plus n. The n is used towards the end of the noun. So, there changes into them, die changes into their, das changes into them, and the plural die is changed into den plus n. We shall explore this further. However, as these are the changes in the definite articles, there are also changes incorporated in the indefinite articles. So we have Ich fahre mit einem Roller. I travel with a scooter. Ich fahre mit einer Straßenbahn. I travel with a streetcar or with a tram. And ich fahre mit einem Fahrrad. I travel with a bicycle. These are the changes which are important for us to make a note of. So make sure that you highlight these somehow and try to remember them. Also, you can practice this question with your friend. Wie fährst du? How do you travel? And you can answer, Ich fahre mit der Roller. Yes, that's the wrong answer. So your correct answer would be, Ich fahre mit dem Roller. Make sure you do not say their roller, because if you are using mit, you will have to use the dative case. So practice correctly and avoid making any mistakes. Cheers!